AMC stock and GameStop rolling higher into the close today. Guys, things are getting extremely interesting, and we could see some more action as soon as tomorrow. Now, I know a lot of people out there are excited, but we need to talk about why GameStop and AMC are up roughly 15% and 10% respectively today, because yes, this could be something, now listen, this could be something that leads AMC stock and GameStop closer to a squeeze, if not to the mother of all short squeezes. I want to talk about why, because this is a very interesting thing we've got going on here, and it could be a double-edged sword. One of the fact that, hey, if nothing comes of this, I believe a lot of retail investors are going to get very upset and drop off. But if something does come of it, oh my goodness, the squeeze could be around the corner, and I'm here for it. I want to know if you guys are here for it, and if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, get a link in the description below for Webull. Super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, 6 free stocks right now. Best promo they've got going on. Anniversary promo ends, I believe, on the 9th. So you got like 1 day left. Make sure to check that out. Get your 6 free stocks. And if you guys want a crypto exclusive exchange, you're going to get $50 in free Bitcoin for using the link in the description below for Voyager, and you can earn a lot of passive income, up to 12 to 14%, just by holding your cryptocurrency on that platform. So make sure to check it out. But guys, this is interesting. What are we talking about here? Potentially the end of payment for order flow. Now, this is going to have a lot of pros and a lot of cons. Okay, now I do need to talk about this because one of the biggest pros could be an AMC stock short squeeze. You guys know that it could lead to that. And one of the cons, hey man, it can lead to a lot of retail investors getting so upset that they just leave. I need to talk about why. So let's start with the cons and then go into the pros, because we want to see AMC stock short squeeze. We want to see GameStop short squeeze. We want to see all of these stocks short squeeze, or stocks short squeeze. And let's finish with the cons and then we'll jump into the pros so that you guys can get a little bit better of an understanding. So payment for order flow is essentially, you guys are probably much more educated on it than I am at this point, right? You pay the market makers or the market makers pay the brokers, the market makers pay the brokers to route their orders through them. Now, of course, there's this conflict of interest that if they're buying these orders, they may not be giving you the best price. And of course, as a broker, you've got the duty to give your customers the best price. Market makers, the same thing. And a lot of people are upset with payment for order flow because they are saying all of our orders are being routed through dark pools, and therefore this is the only thing stopping the squeeze from happening. Now, biggest con of the century, what happens if payment for order flow gets banned, gets overhauled, stopped tomorrow, and AMC stock doesn't squeeze? Do the retail investors stick it out? Do the retail investors stay by the side and continue to be apes if payment for order flow is done and over with, but the hedge funds have not covered their shares of AMC? That is my biggest concern moving forward, is that we get rid of payment for order flow and no squeeze happens. Now, why would this be such a detriment? Number one, because retail investors at that point, this is like their last hope. A lot of people are really hoping and holding on to dark pools and payment for order flow as being the only culprit that's stopping the squeeze. And if we realize that that isn't, a lot of people might get upset. Now, me? No, I'm not getting upset. You want to know why I'm not getting upset? Because I know that the short shares out there, they have to cover at some point. I am not over-invested in AMC. I am literally willing to hold my AMC until they cover. Like, that's my game with AMC. I have a trading plan. I am absolutely sticking to it. And it's just a done deal. It's a done game that I hold my AMC stock until the short squeeze happens, or until the short interest goes back down to, any other average stock. I hope that the rest of retail is of the same mentality, but we will find out. Now, Now to the good news. Now to why it could absolutely trigger a short squeeze, or at least set us on the right path to do so. If Gary Gensler, he's going to set Piper Ridge or something, he's speaking at some event tomorrow at noon Eastern time. So noon Eastern time is when Gary Gensler is set to talk overhaul of payment for order flow. Now, what does that mean? Overhaul, he's essentially set to, I guess, redo the way that payment for order flow is adjusted and payment for order flow is kept, really. So what he's going to be discussing, assumed, this is an assumption by the Wall Street Journal, nobody knows what Gary Gensler might come up there and just stutter on stage, and nobody knows what he says tomorrow. But if he comes up there, according to the Wall Street Journal, we'll potentially be talking about a new auction style system, which is where market makers bid to the brokers, bid to have their orders sent through them. Now, in this aspect, I mean, essentially, you're still using market makers, right? You got to realize you're still using market makers in this. But if that's the case, okay, if we no longer have Citadel and all of these bad players out there that retail has kind of exiled and said, we don't need these market makers. They're just doing nothing but routing all of our orders through dark pools and so on. Payment for order flow is the only reason that we are down and out. If it holds to be true, if we get rid of payment for order flow and all of a sudden all of our orders are routed through lit exchange, and we see that there are hundreds of millions of shares of AMC being bought every single day, and people are just filing in, and the FOMO starts to kick back in. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, AMC could absolutely rock it. It could absolutely take off. What we saw today, the 10% run in AMC and the 15% run in GameStop, was simply the excitement of retail investors of what could come. Guys, that was no more. That was no more than an emotional retail investor, an excited retail investor buying in because of what is possible. And if it comes to be true, think about how much more excitement we are going to see and how much more potential for a squeeze we are going to see if everything that we've been talking about for the last year and a half comes to be. Now, guys, there are pros and cons to it, right? Now, we have to remember, and this is like, hopefully, this doesn't drain the parade or whatever, rain on the parade too much here. But if we get rid of payment for order flow, brokers like Robinhood, payment for order flow is 70% of their revenue. They cannot stay in business if they lose 70% of their revenue. Webull uses payment for order flow. Basically, all of these brokers that allow you to buy and sell stocks for free, they use payment for order flow. So what we're going to end up seeing is most likely a move back to competing on commission. And whether or not that's a good thing, I do believe it's going to cut out some investors who are, unable to trade larger amounts because they're going to be hit with a commission on every single trade. Where the commission starts, where the commission ends, I don't know, but these brokers are going to have to compete on something, and they have to make money if they want to stay in business. They were making their money through payment for order flow. They're going to have to figure out how to make their money in another way. Commission is most likely what they're going to be reverting back to. But hey, man, if we make it on the squeeze of AMC squeezes, who cares if these brokers make any money after that? We are going to be rolling. I want to know what you guys think, though. Down in the comments below. Gauge the sentiment right now. Are you guys excited about the AMC stock and GameStop short squeeze? Do you think removing payment for order flow is going to push us to the next level? Or are you kind of, I don't know, I'm in the camp that I don't mind payment for order flow. Or are you guys okay with payment for order flow and you think that a lot of retail investors are going to be upset? Let us know down in the comments below what you guys think. If this button right here is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. ClayBro883 on Twitter and Instagram. Remember, Webull might not exist next week after payment for order flow is gone, but you're getting 6 free stocks if you sign up today. The Voyager, it's going to be around. You're getting $50 in free Bitcoin, and until the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.